Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game, and we are returning to Hearts of Iron 4. We were battling, of course, with the Soviet Union as the Germans. Apparently we did sink a light destroyer here, so that's nice. But yeah, I want to set up a little bit about the war against the United Kingdom too, having looked at that in between episodes. So we have now this fleet of at least 6 light cruisers. These are very modern, standard light cruisers, how we're calling them. They have excellent light attack, so I think, well, 30. But they also have decent anti-air, so I'm thinking that these guys should be able to do a little bit for us. So let's give them a meaningful symbol here, like, I don't know, star. I like the star. And you guys are going to be allocated to this, our main army here. And what I actually want to have you do is you should patrol in the Iberian coast. And what else we're going to do is we're going to take these guys over here, and we are going to ask all of these guys here to do some convoy raiding. So we now have our submarines do convoy raiding over here. Our light cruisers are patrolling that area and are hopefully going to engage some of the destroyers that might hunt our submarines. And then the last thing I probably want to do is set these guys up here to be on a strike force. So whenever there is a big engagement over here, these guys should sally forth and hopefully support us there. I'm not sure whether we're going to keep that up because it is going to eat a lot of fuel, and I think all of these activities here are going to result in a lot of fuel being eaten up. But yeah, that's just the way it is. Speaking of the United Kingdom, there were at least some engagements over here which might indicate that soon they could potentially engage us there. I'm not sure whether that is going to work out. We are also patrolling down there in the Black Sea. By the way, can I actually set up my guys here to be directly going towards the Schwarzmeer Flotte? So you guys are going to directly try to join up with the very meager forces we have down here. It's currently only 2 submarines which are patrolling down here, but let's see whether that is going to work. I'm also still thinking in the Soviet Union down here whether we are going to do an attack here. We did just pull back most of our troops because we really noticed that over the Strait of Kerch here, we could not supply them adequately. So let's see. I'm a little bit hopeful that this area down here might thaw a little bit sooner than the rest of the front. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I don't know. Right. Ooh. I did actually ask for control of Odessa here, and I did not expect them to say no to that. Also, apparently, we can do with a little bit less chromium, so let's do that. We are still incredibly shy on rubber, but we are going to try to... There's another destroyer sunk, lovely. But we're going to try to overcome that situation at some point. Northern Front is... They've got air superiority here. How many fighters do you have? 400. Well, we do have 400 too. Well, we'll see. We'll see whether that is going to work out. Right, I do need to pay a little bit more attention here because these guys are bombing us kind of all of the time. Spotted enemy navies down here in the Iberian coast. And I'm actually going here because I think there's going to be the least air superiority of the enemy there. Maybe it's going to work, maybe not. Baltic Sea. Right, so we have another problem here, have we not? Right, okay, what I want to do is grab these guys here, because that's only 200 planes, and I think we don't need to have too many troops here over the Baltic Sea. We're going to bring these guys over here, and then we're going to grab one of these troopers here, and send them over the Kuban region. Hopefully that's going to work. Right, how's the situation looking in Africa? Kind of undecisive. It's a bit hard to say, but I noticed there's so many there's so many American and British troops here. I don't know whether we're going to be able to do anything over here. But you know what? Let's actually try at least to do an attack like this. Maybe we can overwhelm them here and cut off a couple of their troops. They seem to be very low on organization and supplies. Now, so are we, but just maybe. It would be a tiny encirclement, but still. Maybe a tiny encirclement is all we need. I'm very upset that they did manage to take these troops up there in the north. Okay, and northwest Germany. See, this is so annoying. Right, you guys get over northwest Germany, do fly here. And notice how they are preparing for naval invasions here. So what we could do then is actually let's get you guys over here too. Do we want to bring our tanks back? So I'm halfway leaning towards letting the enemy... You know what, we can bring the Bulgarians back. Yeah, okay, let's get the Bulgarians onto a nice little vacation here in Paris. And what we're going to do there is, maybe we can let them land, and then have them sort of try to throw them back in the sea, try to capture them, rather than preventing their landings in the first place. Okay, that's looking not too bad here for the moment. Except we completely outran ourselves. That's kind of awkward here. But fine, I suppose. Okay, you guys are trying to get back there. Why don't you directly start to attack? I'm guessing that the Italians will move in there. I'm guessing we're going to win this fight over here. And we're actually going to win that a little bit faster. There we go, there are some Italians. Oh, you are sending us... I don't know what that is, but you are sending that to us, so that's lovely. Do continue, please. Right, you've won. Let's stop that attack and let's re-engage immediately. Right, there we go. Lovely. That's not too bad. Right, let's see whether we can do more. Maybe we can encircle a couple more troops there. Let's also keep an eye on everything that's happening down here. So we've got a naval battle here. Just a couple of convoys, nothing too bad. Now, does that mean that you're sailing forth? It does. I don't want to bring out... I wish there was... Is there a way to say only attack, like, meaningful stuff? Basically, I don't want you to be too aggressive. You don't need to sally forth for a single convoy here. That's burning more fuel than... Okay, you know what? Let's skip that for now. Let's also keep an eye on the Russian front. They are attacking there. The most important one to me is Smolensk, because A, it is a good supply hub, but B, it's also where we are building up our radar installations, and we kind of want to be careful about these. You're doing funny things down here, huh? Maybe there's going to be an opening that we can exploit in some way. Right, okay, let's see whether we are going to do any meaningful things down here. Okay, we are coming under attack, but that's fine. We can come under attack. I think we're going to easily win that. Yeah, we should have way more capabilities here than they have. Question is really whether we can do anything up there in the north. Well, that's looking not too bad, is it? Come on, just... Ah, but they are reinforcing. And that does mean that we are in some trouble here. Ooh, MP43. That is brilliant. Now, do we want to get to Panzerfaust or the MG45? I think we're leaning on this one. It does provide us with some toughness. That's great. We should also, of course, change the production of infantry equipment to the new standard. That's actually one of the reasons why I left so many factories producing that. Speaking of factories, where are we standing? Scout planes, fighters, we're shy on fighters. We have a lot of trucks. We have a lot of infantry equipment, but now that's going to be modernized in a way. Artillery, yeah, we still have too much artillery actually, so we can dial down a little bit on that. Medium tanks. Ooh, now look at that. We do have a couple of Panzer E's ready. And a couple of D's. You know what? One thing that we might do then is, even though that's too old, let's build a couple of Panzer 3Es. And we're going to convert the basic stock of Panzer 3Ds that we have, and basically just convert them. And what we're going to dial down in turn is... Well, we're not actually producing any of this stuff, are we? Yeah. Right. Okay, that's going to be very slow, but it is converting, so I think it's a little bit more efficient than building these things from the ground. And let's still keep an eye on things here. So there's a convoy lost. More convoys. It's kind of okay. Nothing too bad happening over here in Russia. No, that's all fine. Do want to keep an eye on things down there. But of course, the main thing at this point is this attack over here. And it does look like we are failing over there, so let's stop that. But on the flip side, we can potentially attack over here. Ah, they just reinforced that just in that very second. We would still win over here, so maybe that is going to work out. Just maybe. We do have more soft attack than they do. By the way, how do our motorized troops actually look like? I'm tempted to use the signal company here. It would use a lot more trucks, but not that much. Support equipment would be fine. It does reduce organization, and it does increase supply usage. But I do like the idea of having troops here that can reinforce a little bit better. So let's try to do that. Especially the motorized troops are sort of the ones that we are using to plug the gap. Oh, we need to keep an eye on this. Right, no landing so far on this front, but it looks like the Soviets are doing a massive offensive down here. How can and should we react to that? I think in most of these places we seem to be winning. Smolensk is one of the important regions that I really want to keep. Yeah, but it looks like that is their winter offensive. Interesting that they are bringing so much to bear here on our front. Yeah, but again, in many of these places this is going okay. Why do you have so little supply over there? Why are you short on supply? Okay, let's bring it back to Odessa. Right. Do we want to bring them forward or do we want to bring them to the rear there? Okay, I think Odessa's not too far away, so let's just assign it to this stuff. Then you can withdraw there, get a little bit of supply. You guys are doing fine over here. We are losing a little bit over here, it seems. So maybe plug that gap. Anything else seems to be fine except for the far north. There's some fighting over here which we might lose. But I'm not too concerned about that. In the north here, I think it's going to be also kind of alright. What we might actually do, we do need to keep an eye on two fronts now. And I do know that I'm microing a little bit here, but you know what, that's fun. At least for me it is. Right, okay, are you doing fine? You're doing okay-ish. I should restrict your movement though. Because otherwise everyone is going to run all over the place, and I don't want to have that. Right, stop it. If we could kill a couple of Brits and Americans, that would be a good thing for us. Okay, here we go. We have sunk these two guys. How are our patrols doing? So specifically you guys. Can I know where you are specifically? I cannot. Well, we'll see whether they will find anyone. Okay, battle up here seems to be okay. Only in that place we're truly losing. And I'm not too concerned about that position. It's not the most important one. Another destroyer sunk there. That's good, of course, but is it going to be enough? Right, yeah, this fight... Yeah, okay, they have reinforced. You know what? At this point, this is starting to be looking to look like it's not going anywhere. Let's see whether they're going to move up or out of there. But I kind of doubt it. So instead, we are going to actually pull back a little bit, hoping to preserve some supply here. And then maybe we can sell it forward another time. Right, just convoys. Okay, that position up there is a little bit worrisome, but again, I'm not too concerned. Even if we lose that position, I think we're going to do alright. And to me, it looks like they're losing a lot more troops here than we are. I mean, their modifiers here must be pretty horrible. Yeah, terrain, low supply, everything. Now look at this. They're still attacking us here. Now, I would still very much like to retain control of this one. So maybe, if we overwhelm them here while they are busy attacking us, and we're attacking them into their flank, we just might be able to overcome their resistance. And oh, someone shot down. We could of course micro and replace that there. You guys, you know what, you should stay here. Can I convince you to do that? There's a single tank there. Yeah, we are going to lose here, but I think that's actually going to be alright. You know what? I'm actually going to draw a fallback line for that single division here. So that, you know, for these two divisions here. So that these guys are preserving our integrity of the front line there a little bit. You go over there, and one of you can go here. Maybe we can defend nonetheless. Would be nice. Up over here, I think we are losing because, well, we are winning technically. But due to the fact that one of these guys is withdrawing there, I don't think we're going to go anywhere. It also looks like they're going to win over here. That's kind of interesting. Let's try to reinforce that position. Looks like we might be a little bit late, but we are attacking them now into the flank. Wait a minute. They left this completely empty. Okay, bring forward the tanks. Maybe. Okay, I think this is a great chance. Right, you're moving here. That's great. Guys, attack here. Keep them in check. You guys, try to already advance. This might be a very good opportunity. Right, how's the situation looking down here? No, I don't think we're going to use that in a meaningful way. Right, North is holding. This battle should soon be done, and I'm thinking that probably our motorized troops are going to be in Volkov right away. Sort of right away. Doctrines available. We're going to go for the light cruiser detection here. Hoping to sink some of their destroyers. Speaking of, okay. Yeah, maybe, just maybe, if we can create a meaningful breakthrough there, that would make me very happy. That would make me very happy indeed. Smolensk is holding. That's the main thing. Well, I think at least we're gonna get Volkov back, but I doubt whether we're gonna get anything else than that. Let's try to bring more troops here. They've got 5 divisions. If we get 3 divisions in there, I'm gonna be happy. Where are you guys going? You're going there. Yeah, the situation up here in the north is a little bit worrisome, but not too concerned. Oh, okay. We have advanced down here. That's good. We are immediately being flanked here. That's less good, of course, but maybe advanced radar processing. Great. I think we might actually go to the next one right away. Nah, it's too far ahead of time. And there are too many interesting things to research. Specifically artillery, maybe. Let's do this. Right, you guys... Honestly, all of you seem to be fine. Let's bring you forward. I'm gonna delete this order here. So you guys are all now without orders. That's fine, I don't need to... That's a little bit better for microing you. More motorized troops down here. Let's bring them down. You guys are fine doing here? Yeah. Yeah, we really need to overwhelm that flanking attack, though. If we could do that, that would be kind of fantastic. We are losing now. Question is, can our tanks reinforce quickly enough? And by the way, we still see that they can pierce us. Our armor is 32. Our piercing is brilliant. What's your piercing? 42, 40... Yeah, so if we could design a tank division with more than 40 armor, that would be great. Speaking of guys, just reinforce. Your basic chance of reinforcement here is a nominal 10%. You should be doing much better than you are. Bring forward troops, at least the ones with the higher organization. Africa? Yeah, I did upset the front line there a little bit, and now they are actually engaging in various fights there. Okay, and up over here, honestly, that fight looks like it's not going to go anywhere, so let's keep things as is. We're going to defend. That should be enough. We're actually defending over here very well now, so all of you guys are actually going to be reassigned to that. And we can delete this. Oh, I accidentally deleted your attack plan here. Unfortunate. Right, your plan is not actually that ambitious. Just try to advance a little bit whenever you have the chance. You guys are all right up there. Yeah, the front line, all in all, looks alright-ish. Big question is, how many reinforcements can we pull in here? How quickly are they going to win? Can we do a little bit of a cutoff here in this pin these guys against the coast? That would be kind of nice. I mean, it looks like we should be winning, but it seems so slow. And actually, they are reinforcing faster than we are. Notice that apparently, yeah, well, it's only our tanks that can pierce their tanks, but they've been shot off, so that's good. Naval stuff. American convoys lost, and here is a battle where they have light cruisers and a destroyer. Now, why is our patrol not engaging these guys? I would like to set you a little bit more aggressively, but I am afraid that they're going to send battleships in at some point. I would have expected the light cruisers to be a little bit more offensive there. Right, come on guys. Okay, we need to be careful whether we are going to attack into here or whether we're actually going to try to attack towards the south there. Probably while we're doing that, let's try to pin in these tanks. Might not be a huge encirclement then, but at least it might be something. Okay, we have one there. That's good. Guys, yeah, we're actually going to try to attack here. And then come forward a little bit. Except for maybe a couple of you guys, like 4. We're actually going to go south. Including one tank. And another tank here. Might be going there. And some of you guys too. Just like that, yeah. Thank you. Right, and then you guys should actually join in on this attack, except like a couple who are going to attack there. That's fine. Hopefully we're going to overwhelm them soon. Can we actually support this with our fighters and stuff? Jesus, notice how many fighters they've got. Yeah. Northern France is also being attacked here. Don't see any hostile engagements though. Right, where are you gonna go? You're gonna go here and then fly over there. That should work out okay-ish. Kind of some battle zone here and there. It's tempting to try to come up here and try to cut across there, but I think they are gonna have so many reserves that is a bit of a pipe dream, and I don't want to focus lose focus here. On some of the areas up here in the north, which are also kind of relevant. 3 divisions up there. It's so tempting to try and overwhelm them there. Okay, let's grab 2 of you, move them back to Leningrad. I do want to have an ability to advance north, if there is any ever chance, any chance of being able to do that. Right, these attacks going nowhere, but that's fine. They're not supposed to. This is where I hope to win. It doesn't look like we will though. Well, at least not fast enough. Port strikes? Oh. Destroyer sunk, convoy sunk. Yeah, these battles over here. Really, I think you guys should... Can we also set it to be a strike force? Let's try that for a second here. Where are you going? Oh, go towards Maghreb. Yeah. Yeah, that works for me. Let's ignore Africa. We've done that for a while now. Let's not get focused on it now. I thought that, you know, during the winter, that might be a little bit more promising than before, but I'm not sure it is. Yeah, these attacks... One of you should actually also go on interception. Northwest Germany. We do have fighters over there though, so that should be okay. Allies still threatening naval invasions. We're at 94%, but it doesn't feel like that. Oh. By the way, didn't we not have... Yeah, we did have one of you guys who was captured here. Can we do... Intel? No. How did it work? Capture Cypher, rescue operations? There is no one doing that. Okay, fine. Let's try to build that up again. I think we can actually send you towards Rostov. Maybe that's going to give us a little bit more local intel. I don't know whether it works that way, but maybe. Honestly, they've got 5 divisions. All of them are doing 2 times or more than our attack, so nah, this is not worth it. We are not going to win here. Even if the game is telling us that we would, I don't think we would actually do that. We did hold on Smolensk, yeah. Again, to me, that's the most important area. British operative captured, lovely. More port strikes, sinking 2 destroyers, that is kind of significant, yeah, but you can see just how deep the Allied lines are in Africa, so I don't think that's going to be... How many of your troops are moving? I think just the 1, not the 4, yeah. I'm seeing more troops forward here. It's kind of interesting. Can I actually lure you a little bit in? That would be kind of lovely. No naval invasion that I can see. British offences have subsided a little bit. For some reason you guys are going north, but probably someone is coming down here now. Yeah. I don't know. I think that should be one of the things that the AI could do a little bit better. Just be a little bit more... be a little bit more... Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. That is, I think, the first time that our light cruisers, yeah, Stuttgart and Bremen, have actually sunk an enemy destroyer, which is exactly what they are supposed to do. So that's nice. Seems like we're doing a little bit better now. Ooh, and we've got the advanced light tank chassis. Good. 1942. 1943 stuff, lovely, but better radar? Nah. Yeah, we could fit a better radar there. I am tempted about the computing machine, but I think the stuff that is going to immediately increase our combat power might be a little bit more important. Interesting that we are getting some bonuses here. I don't think we need them, actually. We haven't really maxed that out. Let's go for the recon company. I think that's going to be useful. Right, there we go. Fantastic. Ace pilot promoted. Okay, Russians are back at attacking. Including in Poltava. I think we should win over there. Roslav. You are coming under attack. Can we support that in some fashion? Don't really have any reserves here. This battle over here again, sort of striking us badly. Let's try to reinforce it. They are attacking us up there in the far north, but they are attacking across a river there, so I don't think that's going to work out specifically well for them. Up over here, maybe we can send a little bit more into there. To Vitebinsk. From Vitebinsk, rather. Yeah, maybe. Poltava. Can send some armored reinforcements there. Maybe that's going to work. It's interesting that they are actually attacking here. I'm actually kind of happy about that, because that means that they are exhausting the organization. And you know what? Here, I actually do not want to win. I want to withdraw a little bit. Okay, we are now over here. We are getting reinforcements. We should win that fight easily. Good. I like it. Missing equipment production, anti-tank weapons. We do have anti-tank weapons. We haven't ever produced anti-tank weapons. Ooh, old equipment in production? Oh yeah, that's the Panzer IIIe. Yeah, we know that. We're just trying to convert a couple of older guys. It's not going particularly fast, but still it's going to be useful. Just convoys. I thought that they could be doing a little bit better there. Convoys, 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 yeah. Okay, Italians have been kicked back a little bit. That's fine. I don't want to get them too funny ideas there. Speaking of funny ideas. Ah, British. Aha! Look at that. So, 12 divisions that we're going to send there right away. And do you want you guys... actually, let's give them a different color so that I can actually distinguish them. And but honestly, also you're going to be trying to fight over there. How's the air situation looking? Yeah, we do need to get you over Benelux, don't we? Belarus, Ukraine, Benelux region. This is counting as a dangerous naval invasion. But if we could try to overwhelm them here, that would actually not be the worst. I would like to retain that area there. Maybe we can. We kind of keep the blue guys here, but honestly I think we might send the 1st Armoured Division towards the west. I'm not going to take this too seriously, but we can keep that in mind. War propaganda? Yeah, you know what? That does sound like a good idea. 36 divisions. Okay. That's going to be all kinds of stuff, isn't it? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, we're going to have it. Okay, some guys are attacking here too. How many divisions? 4. Do we want to throw them back into the sea or not? 6 divisions over here. 3 divisions over here. I think this does include these guys. So it's not that many, but it's more than we have readily available here. But yeah, our tanks are moving back, so that's good. We could send the Romanians forward, but I don't think we need that actually. Seems like we are winning across the frontier. Yeah, good. Happy enough about that. Okay, but okay, change of plans. You guys, your front line is actually going to be here. Congratulations. And you also do have some sort of attack plan here. Likewise, you guys do have an attack plan here. And you can actually, I think, already start your attack by overwhelming these 2 divisions. And they should be completely lost for the enemy then. If they indeed are actually going down. And that down there should also kind of work. Right, there we go. Fantastic. Now you guys are all sort of on a different attack plan here. That's not what I want you to do. Let's do define a fallback line. No. Just you guys. Get down there, get your organization back onto speed, and that's fine. Just a convoy. I would have thought that that could go a little bit better. Can we try to intervene here? Maybe cut off these guys down there? I kind of don't think that we would be able to do that. But if we just gradually weaken them, it's not a bad result. Too many troops over here to be able to do anything. So there I am. That's a no. But it is April, so things should be clearing up a little bit as we are seeing over here. Oh, I do need to reinforce the situation up here. I think we'll not actually be able to do that, but we can probably hold here into these fortresses. Look at that. Does that look promising? It does not. These guys have very low organization, but they've got so much soft attack that that would be a losing battle, I think. Smolensk, you're holding out, that's good. Speaking of Smolensk, how are we looking in terms of construction of your air bases there, or rather radar installations? Looking okay. I think we also did build up at least 1 factory here for rubber, so we are starting to look a little bit better here, I think. I think everyone gives us 5 to 6, so that should not actually be too bad. Maybe we can do it with 1 less. Let's do keep on producing these over here, and I think that's going to be a good good setup there. Right, you guys are being attacked down here. How many of the enemy divisions are there? Not that... a couple of you guys at least. I think they probably are going to go into Ghent here. We're going to let them continue to attack Antwerp until these guys at least have recovered some of their organization. And likewise these guys do. And then we're going to throw them back into the sea, which I think is going to be the better choice rather than trying to warn them. Can we do anything here? Let's try that. I would like to keep that area here, especially with the air base. Could be useful if we kept that. Why is the yellow army and the blue army so weirdly overlapping? I think the blue army here is not part of the army group front line. I'll need to fix that, but I'll do that so in between episodes, because this has been going on long enough. Interesting battles down here. They've got a fairly large number of troops at this point, so I don't think there's going to be any easy win here. Even though I had to hope that we could maybe achieve some, but no. On the other hand, that looks kind of promising here. This is actually not frozen anymore. Look at that. That's a single division. It's not even across a river. We could try to strike here and attack Kharkov. And Kharkov, again, is a relatively important rail hub for them. It's not the only one. They can still use forces much further to the east there. But it is tempting. It is tempting. We have a couple of troops here already. We are actually kind of mostly using our motorized troops here. Nevertheless, let's try to take the guys that are currently not engaged. So that's the 41. You can withdraw. The 939, that's you. The 941. I wish you could select them from over here, but you can't. 941, yeah, that's you. 951. And 946. 946, there we go. You guys, you should drop out of this battle fairly soon. And then maybe some of the other guys here can be reinforced. Then we're going to send these guys up there to the north. Interesting, look at that. Ah, this is too tempting. Okay, but I am going to put in a cut here. And look at these guys. That is looking fantastic, because they are out of organization at this point. They don't even have anti-tank guns. So yeah, I'm going to be very happy to try to attack here, push up a little bit at least against Kharkov, make their life a little bit harder, and that should be pretty much good for us. So looking forward to that. Also looking forward to throwing the English back into the sea and reducing their complements there a little bit. Right, that being said, hope you enjoyed. Do leave a like, and I see you around next time. Bye bye.